Hey Larry, Terry questioned, where's the glue? As he walked to the corner by the kitchen of their 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath dorm. In the hutch, Larry responded, cutting something hidden around the corner in the kitchen. Terry walked to the room, opening the door to see latex gloves, a handgun, a box of matches, eye protection, and a calendar with dates marked down, and tools names next to them were the words, "Buy it," written on the calendar, and a bottle of nail polish remover in a styrofoam cup. "Huh, no glue," Terry remarked. "Dinner is ready," Larry hollered. Terry walked into the dining room with black walls with fresh red stains and sat down at the table. Larry gave him the meal, a smorgasbord of taco fillings, all vegetable and one meat. They were college students, so they couldn't afford much meat, but they had 1 pound of cow meat. He made his dinner, 2 bean-filled tacos with 2 ounces of meat each. The looming deadline laid over his head like a 100-pound weight on his head due tomorrow. At 12 p.m., he knew he had to find glue before 12 p.m. a.m. tonight to finish his project. "Did you find the glue?" Larry asked. "No," Terry replied. "Look at the trunk drawer!" Larry commanded with an angry, shrill tone for no reason at all. "Okay," Larry responded. He knew they were in the same crappy situation with student loan debt and the economy, but that outburst was unprecedented. He ate and then walked to the junk drawer. In the junk drawer, he found a box of matches, loose rubber bands, and a box of yew leaves. Terry didn't find glue, so he closed the drawer and audibly exclaimed, "Wowie gee, we need to clean that junk drawer tomorrow." He looked directly at the listener of the audiobook and asked, "Do you know the magic map song? So we can find our third roommate, Terrence?" "Behind you!" the readers yelled, not wanting to sing the song. Terry looked behind him and saw Terrence in his room. He walked into Terrence's room. "What do you want?" Terrence demanded, sitting on his bed, scrolling TikTok and eating ramen, living the college experience. "Why didn't you eat dinner?" Terry questioned his third roommate. I don't trust the meat Larry cooks," Terrence responded. A PTSD flashback started. He remembered eating dinner when the police showed up and arrested his father for butchering and eating dogs. Years later, he found out it wasn't multiple dogs. "Anyways, do you know where the glue is?" Terry asked, seeing the trauma and trying to change the subject. "Probably in hell," Terrence answered sarcastically as he scrolled into a TikTok with an open field on it. "Blue skidoo, we can do." He sang the song before skidooing into the field on the TikTok. "Hey y'all, Terry here." Terry paused after echoing the first draft and looked over to see AC/DC's Highway to Hell, specifically the end of the highway with the portal to hell. Terry walked through the portal to hell. He fell into his personal hell with a pop. A football stadium with a wheel was a 50% chance of being a chair avalanche, a 40% chance of getting glue, and a 10% chance of death. Before he could observe the rest of his surroundings, a voice like Alex Trebek's, "Hi, Terry, welcome to hell. We have the super epic glue game." "Alex Trebek, what are you doing here in literal hell?" Terry questioned. "It's my heaven to narrate game shows in hell. Anyways," Alex quickly changed the topic. "Here's a little green beanbag creature. He ran by, hitting the lever, turning the wheel, and stopped on glue. He got glue. Alex continued. A little yellow beanbag creature. She walked over and turned the wheel, getting a chair avalanche. A bunch of stadium chairs flooded down from the seating area in the stadium. And a purple beanbag creature. It walked by, getting eternal death forever, and died forever. Now play, Alex commanded. The wheel had changed to half filled with permanent death. One sliver of the wheel was glue prize, the rest was chair avalanche. He decided, forget it, Terry said out loud, and did a little prayer to get back to Earth and quickly ascended to Earth. How was hell? Terrence asked, still scrolling TikTok, as Terry appeared in the bedroom with the faintest gleam of satanic light. Did you find the glue? Terrence questioned. No, Terry answered. I'll go check the closet, he said nervously. He had an hour left. He walked into his room and opened the closet door. His clothes were on the hangers. He walked into Larry's room, a mist which turned it into a 2D animated world with warm colors. He got to the closet nervous. If he didn't not find the glue, he was screwed. He opened the closet with bright pastel colors. He saw two forcefully hung bodies. Sweet, Terry said to no one. Those will make for good meal. He walked away happily because it was just another Tuesday. Terrence smelled a familiar smell from his childhood. When he entered Larry's room, he saw the bodies. He stumbled, grabbing his phone, and dialed 911. Sir, they're cannibal in dorm room 9 on of the 4th floor, Terrence said nervously, among other things, before seeing Larry in the doorway with the nail polish remover in the styrofoam cup melting in his hand, and a box of matches in the other. The funny thing is, we walk past everything every day, including the recipe for napalm in his hand. He threw the blob of napalm on the ground and struck a match. Terrence quickly leaped, tackling Larry before the match hit the napalm, and putting the match out before it could light the napalm. What are you doing, you people-eating monster? Snarled. The cops arrived, and the kerfuffle lasted for 15 minutes. And then when the cops arrived, come out with your hands up, the police called. You have to give up, Larry, Terrence told Larry before stumbling past Terry, putting together a life-size statue of George Washington made of popsicle sticks with the glue. Terry leaped over to try to defend Larry as the police barged down the door, looking around, and arrested Larry for chemical warfare and second-degree murder. Add cannibalism to both their crimes, Terrence commanded. The police handcuffed and took evidence. Terry and Larry. And the police checked the fridge, taking Terry and Larry out of the building, leaving Terrence in the building. 5 weeks later, Terry got 20 years in jail with bail, while Larry got life in jail. A reporter asked Larry, why did you kill and consume 70 to 90-year-olds? For the protein, Larry responded before the police dragged him away back to prison. Terrence got his full college and therapy paid for by the college. Please like and subscribe and ring that bell if you enjoyed this audio experience. Have a good day. Or not. I don't really care about your well being. I am just a person on the internet. Do not trust strangers. Unless they're me. You can trust me. Yeah, maybe. Aaron out.